Let's dive into this, y'all. Where are OnlyFans millionaires today? Shout out Moon, y'all. Let's dive in, man.
At 12:01 a.m. on her 18th birthday, she posts her OnlyFans link, and within hours, she's made $1 million.
Hey, yo! Lil Tay got that bag, bro. It's so hard to believe how this 304s, man, after they turn 18, they hop on OnlyFans. All of a sudden, they make $1 million in a couple of hours, man. You know how crazy that is, man? We have a lot of Sims, man. A lot of Sims out here, man.
OnlyFans is an innovation we've never seen before in the sex trade, taking a movement meant to empower women's rights and twisting it to enrich the few at the top, all at the expense of society as a whole, which we'd later talk to Chris Williamson about.
OnlyFans almost certainly takes advantage of the loneliness that we're seeing in young men at the moment.
Yeah.
But it also is just an outgrowth. It's just another wing on the side of the sort of pornification, identification world.
And now they're turning the most sick thing possible into a marketing strategy.
You already know what the f going on. We just broke the link.
But I gotta keep it real. In the case of Lil Tay, man, are the people that I truly blame are the parents and the guardians of her, right? People who were supposed to be here for her and just help raise her. Like, it's all on them, man. For her to go to OF, it's sad to see, y'all. Like a bunch of grown-ass, man, we're waiting for this girl to just literally turn 18 so that they can go to her OF. The fact that she even made $1 million in just a couple of hours is so sad, man. It's an evil world we live in, y'all. And make sure y'all subscribe, man. Hit that like button, man. Let's go.
The youngest link of the century. $1 million in a couple hours. I'm still the youngest one doing it for.
This is Lil Tay, real name Claire Aline Keyhope, and this is the result of a plan set in motion when she was just 11 years old.
Viral child star Lil Tay just turned 18 and within hours launched an OnlyFans account claiming to have broken records.
So is this something that you had been planning on, like waiting until you turned 18 to be able to do it?
It's an idea. I've actually been like planning this since like 2018, so.
Born 2007, Lil Tay was planning on doing OnlyFans well before she should have even been allowed.
And you know what's crazy? She was like probably 13, bro. At the age of 13, you just out here wishing you could do OF. Lil Tay! What is wrong with you? Like, oh my God.
social media.
Thank you to all my supporters who have pre-ordered since 2018 or whenever you did.
OnlyFans had only existed for a couple of years back then, but has now grown to be valued at over $8 billion US.
Yeah.
See, the platform has amassed over 4 million creators, but the average creator makes just $180 US per month, while the top 10% take over 70% of the earnings and the top 1% take over 30%, with Lil Tay placing in the top 0.0001% of creators earning over $3 million after just 3 hours.
Already, like, I'm literally #1 on OF. I'm the youngest, and I'm the...
Man, she even beat that girl. What's her name? Bad Baby. Apparently she made $1 million in 6 hours. She just broke her record, bro. Imagine breaking a record on who could be the most influential thought. 304, man. You know how crazy that is, man. That's sad, bro.
As always.
But the truth of why she's doing this is far more twisted. Because while the insane amounts of money Lil Tay is earning would be a good explanation, Lil Tay's past not only calls her free will into question, but also who that money even goes to in the first place. 2018, a 9-year-old girl appears on Instagram calling herself the youngest flexer of the century. She speaks in a contrived hood accent, and her Instagram is all wads of cash and luxury cars. She gains 1.2 million followers in 2 weeks.
My toilet costs more than your rent. I'm only 9 years old. This Lil Tay, and I'm richer than all y'all broke jigglypuff looking at. I'm mama, cause she has thought.
Wait, who's Lil Tay? Wait,
And you know, one thing that I appreciate about the laws in Australia, apparently they made a law in Australia that you can't be on social media until you're like 15 or 16. It's to avoid situations like this, man. Where you have a young kid out here flexing, saying they got a Bentley or like they are rich and shit. And like we know she she didn't even have all those things, man. That was all a facade. Apparently, it was put on by the father and the brother or some shit like that, allegedly. But at the same time, man, I would understand if they have to pass a law in many countries that you are not supposed to be on the internet when you were under the age of 15, man, because this is the situation that kids be in, and some of them get exploited in this, bro. They just don't know how they even got to this place, bro. Like, just imagine, you are this little girl, Lil Tay, then you sell your soul at a young age, man. She was like probably 12 or 13, and she just happens to sell her soul at a young age. Come on, man. Now she can't even, like, yeah, there's a possibility that you can turn back and just become a good person after all that shit that you did. But here, this is the situation with Lil Tay. She sold her soul at a young age, just around 13. So there's no way how she can literally turn herself back, because like she didn't even have a proper childhood, man. This is so sad, because like there's nothing she can do at this point but to embrace this lifestyle. You feel me? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. This is just so sad to see, man.
Tay is a 9-year-old girl who is famous now on the internet for talking shit and showing all the money she has and all the things she buys. If you don't know about Lil Tay,
no.
This is the death of society.
At first we laughed, it's just absurd, a kid flexing Lamborghinis and dissing people in a fake accent, but the laughter didn't last. A 9-year-old doesn't invent these lines or build this character or monetize themselves. Then a leaked video surfaces. Her 16-year-old brother Jason is directing her, not encouraging but coaching.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
And this is sad because she's not even enjoying it, bro. You can see it in her face. She not even having fun while doing this. And this guy's like, man, dude, let's do another take. Like, seeing how his little sister is not even enjoying what he's doing, bro. Like, can you please have some decency for some reason, for like once, man? Like, come on, man, that's crazy.
Like, more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
Jason was obsessed with going viral in the late 2010s. He figured shock was the fastest way to fame, and it would hit harder coming from a kid rather than him. So he chose his younger sister, which would set off years of manipulation and exploitation. Even her own parents were cashing in, pushing her to do whatever made the most money as fast as possible.
And what about those homes she claims to own? GMA talked to Mom Angie's former boss at a Vancouver real estate firm, who told us Lil Tay filmed using his car and some of his properties for sale, all without his approval.
I didn't shoot
it. Was all a lie and a facade at the expense of a young kid, Lil Tay, man. Lil Tay, I just truly feel bad for you, man. This is so sad how much your brother wanted to go viral. Instead of doing it himself, he just decided to use his little sister. Come on, man. Some people.
He didn't shoot in anyone else's house.
She then walks this back to...
No one has proof that I did.
Her mother, a real estate agent, was far more involved than appeared at first, and was actually fired after she let Lil Tay use people's homes and cars to film.
David Yang was Angela Tian's boss.
As she should, man, because why, as a parent, will you allow this to keep going on while knowing this is not good for the life of your children, man? You just let it happen. Then they fired you. Guess what? That's no problem for you, because your child probably will generate like hundreds and thousands of dollars that will like take care of the family. And as a parent, to see this, I'm kind of disappointed. You know, not me. I'm not a parent. I mean, like, to see that a parent was allowing this, to let their child getting exploited on the internet for some clicks and views. It is sad to see, man. Like, it is so sad.
His red Mercedes SL 500, also used as a prop in one of the profanity-laced posts.
But I didn't realize she was filming for Instagram. If I had known, this would have been happened.
This exploitation of a child was only headed in one direction.
Just stop recording my videos. I have a dream. I'm trying to make my mom proud.
And even before OnlyFans, commentators were seeing exactly where Lil Tay's trajectory would take her.
These images will live on and follow you for the rest of your life. Is a 9-year-old really capable of making this kind of decision?
This is some question you ask a girl on her way into porn, not a 9-year-old with a foul mouth.
But then, one day, Lil Tay just disappears. Now you might be thinking, good, she should never have been pushed into this anyway. Yet her disappearance would last for 5 years. And then in 2023, her family revealed that she and her brother were dead. So what could have been more disturbing than her exploitation and early death? Well, maybe the fact that it was all fake. Yes, Lil Tay emerged from the grave to reveal that she was in fact alive.
You know, the people who are behind this, man, they just deserve jail time, bro. To just stage a death saying the little kid and his brother died for some reason, just for some clicks and views, faking it. You know how sad it is? And for her to just come out of the blue, oh, Lil Tay, she just released new music after all that happened. Like, come on, man, this is getting me.
Her disappearance was due to her parents' custody battle. She claims her father was coercive, abusive, and forced Lil Tay back to Canada before falsely announcing her death. And if you thought that was the peak of it, it wasn't. Only 15 years old, she released her first song, Sucker for Green, a song about sex and money. Beyond the feeble songwriting and dancing, this whole thing was just so...
And it was so sad about it, she came back with an album and the songs were trash, bro. They were like trash and they were not good, man. I gotta keep it real, man. Like, at least she tried, but she gotta go to the drawing board and write a couple of songs. Maybe she would get it, you feel me? But hey, as of now, it was
seeing
bad.
the sinister direction Lil Tay's life was going. It wasn't long before she admitted her childhood was ruined. It also wasn't long before it was over. Leading up to her 18th birthday, Lil Tay posts about men asking for her OnlyFans account the moment she's legal.
So, it's my 18th birthday on July 29th. And every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18.
Can you give us the files of those men? They gotta be sent to jail. Cause they shouldn't be in society. Waiting for someone to turn 18 so that you can ask for their OnlyFans. You should go to jail, man. Come on, that's crazy, man. PDF!
Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
Then at 12:01 on July 29th, Lil Tay releases her OnlyFans. Everything is designed to publicize the fact that she's barely legal and it somehow works. But
That's
you might
crazy,
have picked
man.
up on something. She released the first batch of content at 12:01 on her 18th birthday. So unless she shot, edited, and uploaded this all in 1 minute, it was then created while she was still a child.
Yeah, man. You know how
This video is
sad that is.
sponsored by Chat LLM from Abacus AI. If you've been using AI lately, you've probably run into this problem where every model does something different. One place, go to chatllm.abacus.ai or click the link in the description below. And it isn't the first time underage content has found its way onto OnlyFans. There's been a whole slew of this stuff on OnlyFans in the past. But this is where Lil Tay's story gets even weirder, as she goes on to claim that OnlyFans is a way of life, an alternative to college. In many respects, OnlyFans...
It's because how she was raised, she's been thinking that in her mind to think that OnlyFans is the only way of life. Because that's what she was, like, they molded her to be that character. Like, I don't blame her, dog. It's so sad on her, gang.
Didn't actually plan for this to even happen. It just built the cleanest payment system we've ever had for it. It takes the world's oldest trade and plugs it straight into the modern attention economy, where everyone competes, everything escalates, and whatever gets the strongest reaction gets rewarded. And for the young men fueling demand, it's the feeling of being wanted by purchasing a micro relationship, a feeling that someone is responding to you. So we spoke to Chris Williamson, the host of the Modern Wisdom podcast, known for talking to psychologists, researchers, and cultural critics about what's happening to dating, loneliness, and meaning in modern life. So we asked him if OnlyFans is linked to the loneliness epidemic.
OnlyFans almost certainly takes advantage of the loneliness that we're seeing in young men at the moment, but it also is just an outgrowth. It's just another wing on the side of the sort of pornification, identification world. Maybe it does help men to feel less lonely, or maybe it causes them to steep in their own neurosis and ruminating thoughts and spend all of their time in the house. I don't know. It could be either of those two things. And ultimately, we need to work out what's the net impact of this. Is this going to make them all sexually dysfunctional? Is it all going to give them OCD or performative autism or ADHD or whatever? Is it going to make them totally incapable of social interaction, or is it going to have a negligible effect? We don't know. Like, this is what happens when you release a new technology, and I don't know. I am pretty concerned. You know,
Yeah,
I am
man.
quite concerned about what the future of young kids growing up with. I mean, it shows you everything that you need to know. That Steve
And
Jobs
what's so
did.
sad, we was the last generation to be raised without the internet, where you had to go outside and play and touch grass. But kids of today, they just grow up playing Fortnite. They're always in the house watching whatever sites, going. And it's so sad. The iPad kids, man. Imagine just from the day you were born, you just being raised into watching a script on the tablet, man. It's so sad, man. Some of us had a childhood. We were playing in the playgrounds. We just had fun, man. I appreciate those times, man. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thoughts are on this, man. Those times were good, man. Having a proper childhood is a gift. It's a blessing, by the way, y'all. But for some of these kids, they never gonna have that. The Gen Alpha, all they gonna grow up is through the internet, seeing all these things that are not even good for them. You feel me?
Didn't have iPads.
Yeah.
The people that create these technologies don't permit their children to use them, and yet many users of these technologies do. I can't make the prediction, and this is why it's scary. The uncertainty is what's scary. If we knew the impact that this had, we'd be able to start adjusting stuff. We'd be able to control usage time, or we'd be able to, it would come with a health warning.
And then he points us to a common moral defense people use to justify the entire industry.
You know, it's kind of like the drug dealer argument. If they don't get it from me, they're going to get it from someone else.
Yeah.
You know, if one OnlyFans creator doesn't create her OnlyFans, it's not like a million others. And if it's not that, it's admireme.vip. And if it's not that, it's, you know, the way that these competitions work is that if there's a gap in the market, someone's going to fill it.
Yeah.
So I would guess, again, if I was, I'll just put a little bet on, can't say it with certainty, but I would guess that OnlyFans discourages men from finding intimacy in the real world.
Yeah, man.
That would be unsurprising to me if there was a study
And
done.
there was a study that was done that a lot of young men today, they just don't feel like getting into relationships. They're not approaching women, which is so crazy, man. Because if more men are not approaching more women, then we have a society that have low birth rates and lack of intimacy, no relationships. You know, it is so sad, man. Like young men of today, they really having it hard, man. Ain't gonna lie, they really having it hard, man. And y'all should always strive to be in a relationship with a woman, cause like, why are you living your life on the internet going? You know how sad and pathetic that is to just sit down and look at yourself as you're going. Like, think about it, man. Go find you someone who would love you, care about you, and like a good person. You feel me, man?
And OnlyFans subscribers report higher levels of real-world loneliness. Would be very unsurprising. But how comforted are they by this, again, artificial intimacy? Virtual intimacy, I guess. It's not necessarily artificial.
It's clear that OnlyFans is just a symptom of a much wider problem between men and women in 2026, where these systems hijack the void in the psyche of millions. So what are we actually seeing here? How has her life come from being a millionaire from OnlyFans? And most importantly, where does this lead over time? Especially now that she's over 18, people just shrug and say, well, she's legal now. Is the internet so desensitized to this pipeline that preparing children for work doesn't even register anymore? From then, her earnings had risen from $1 million to $15 million. And
damn! She made 15 million? You know this, bro, a bunch of lonely men sitting in their parents' house using their mom credit cards. They life savings, man. Lonely man. Their money went to this kid. Now she ain't a kid, she's 18, but the fact that she made 15 million off the loneliness of men in this world, which is not her fault. Bunch of simps, bunch of lonely men, which is so sad, man. She really made 15 million. Y'all, I want y'all to sit down and put it through your head, man. She really got 50 million, dog. From just doing OnlyFans, gang. This is crazy, man.
Still claims to be the #1 on the platform, yet it seems like her personal life is hell. But this is hardly the worst story compared to all the other OnlyFans millionaires out there. You see, what happens when the most humiliating thing done to you becomes the thing you have to sell to survive? Blac Chyna found out after Rob Kardashian posted revenge content, creating an expensive legal fight that led her to OnlyFans to pay for this. Born Angela White, her mother Tony Tokyo was abusive, unhinged, and takes all credit for her daughter's successes, literally taking any opportunity to demean her own daughter publicly.
She's rotten, spoiled, always been, and lied. Period.
How would you talk about your daughter like that? What gives you the audacity to even talk bad about your child online just for some clicks and views? It's crazy, man. The world that we live in. You know, the internet has kind of showed me who people truly are, man. Some people would do whatever it takes to go viral, man, which is crazy, man.
Angela White was forced to sell herself to survive and to support her parents from a young age. She worked as a stripper from the age of 18 while at university to support herself and both her parents financially.
I continued to dance, you know, to like support myself, my mom, and my family and whatnot.
Here she met a man called Blac Chyna. She liked the name and took it for her own alter ego, a character she built around herself, one she could sell to survive while preserving Angela White.
Blac Chyna is the brand.
Is that where the persona of Blac Chyna was created? Was it that
absolutely.
era? Okay.
Yeah, in the strip club.
She danced at the King of Diamonds, a celebrity strip club circuit where one of those celebrities took a shine to her. Drake's turned her into a category. Then the industry started hiring her. But she wasn't talent, she was just purely sex appeal. And soon another artist would discover her. Blac Chyna spoke publicly in an interview about how rapper Tyga came out to Miami to the strip club she worked at specifically to meet her.
Yeah, so Drake put me in a song, it's called Miss Me, which then Tyga discovered me. Well, not discovered me, but he came like, you know, to come and meet me and meet Chyna.
But this didn't lead to more work.
So then from there, so then after that, I got pregnant, and then I moved to LA.
This would put her on the road to OnlyFans, and it was then that she started to enhance her body. Cosmetic surgeries that reflected modern society's appetite for excess, including...
And it's so sad that in today's world, man, a lot of women believe, from seeing people like Blac Chyna and the Kardashian families, they believe the only way to get through in life is to have these plastic surgeries that will guarantee you a good life. And a lot of men, sims out there will give you money on to do this OnlyFans, which is so sad. Because mind you, let's just think about it. You do the BBL or whatever plastic surgery that you do, and in the long run, think about it, you're gonna get old, and do you think you're gonna be able to maintain that? How is it gonna look on your body? You just gotta think what's gonna happen in the future when I do such procedures, you feel me? Because it's so bad, man. I don't see no benefit in it, because like it's gonna benefit for you for like at least 7 years. Think about Cardi B. Now she wanna take off her BBL because she knows it is not worth it, because she already made it in the industry. You know, she big, people listen to her music, and at this point, why should I keep the BBL? That's the question that a lot of these OEF girls should be asking themselves over time, man. Is it going to be worth it in the long run? Do I want to have a family? Do I want to raise children in so good that they don't have to think about putting cosmetic surgery on themselves to feel a certain type of way? Am I going to be a good parent? How am I going to guide my children to be accepting of who they are? Yeah. Those are things you gotta think about, man.
Surgeries, lip fillers, Botox, and silicone injections in her bum. Tyga then quickly moved on to the next woman.
And then he started talking to Kylie at the time, which was like, I think she was like 16 or something, and we was like engaged and stuff. So that's kind of like what ended it.
Now she's a single mother, but the father embedded in a powerful family that considers her a threat.
Broken homes, man. Tyga, he creating them broken homes, man, which is crazy.
Everyone knows the history that Blac Chyna and the Kardashian sisters do not get along.
But one didn't. You see, Rob took a liking to Blac Chyna and began messaging her.
Robert, he was hitting me up on Instagram like all the time.
It wouldn't take long before she was sucked into the Kardashian orbit again. Their relationship didn't last very long. She alleges that he beat her and his sister got their show cancelled. They then split up, and Rob publishes revenge content of her online. So now she was fighting multiple legal cases.
A court showdown between Blac Chyna and the members of the Kardashian family is taking place years after the reality star filed a lawsuit against Kris Jenner and her daughters.
And here's the craziest part. When Rob leaked the photos, fighting back required money that she just didn't have. So she had to start an OnlyFans. The very thing used to degrade her became the thing she had to sell.
It was something that I didn't want to do at first. But at the time I had so many lawsuits and so many things that I was dealing with. I'm like, I gotta figure out how can I like continue to have like my house, take care of my kids, do everything I need to do. So that's why I started the OnlyFans.
And almost to her detriment, it was a huge success.
And it was so sad that she had to do this. When she had nothing on her name, the first thing that she really thought about was to do an OnlyFans. You know how sad it is for like to think about OnlyFans, and a lot of young girls in today's day and age, that's what they think of. When life gets hard, they think, oh man, what if I do OnlyFans rather than going and finding a job? You could just literally go get yourself a job. Didn't that come to your head? No, the first thing you thought about was OnlyFans. Oh man. This is just a
She went stratospheric and became one of the platform's top content creators, as headlines emerged about her earning $20 million a month. But it was just another degrading chapter in her book of her own exploitation.
It's a dead end. All that stuff is a dead end. Yeah, the money's great, but do I really want to like live my life like this?
Yeah, that's the question, bro. You feel a sense of emptiness inside you. You don't feel proud. It's kind of like blood money. The more you have it, the more you feel like this is money that came off lonely, man. And you just don't feel proud of it. Like, who has that lots of money and are proud of it, bro? Like, just from getting it through OnlyFans. I mean, y'all do what you want to do, but at the same time, how will that make your soul feel, bro? Does that feel like, that's kind of like selling your soul in a way? It doesn't make you feel good, y'all.
Unlike Lil Tay, Blac Chyna doesn't want other women to get stuck into a lifestyle that she was trapped in.
I had to take a step back and think about like, okay, for example, if I'm doing OnlyFans and people are seeing that I'm making so much money, that's going to influence them to want to go and do OnlyFans.
She couldn't do it anymore. She then became a born-again Christian and was baptized. And without warning, she deactivated her OnlyFans.
Hey man, shout out, let's give her a round of applause. Shout out Blac Chyna, man. She really turned down to the Lord, you feel me? She went to the good side, man. Hey, shout out Blac Chyna, man. She really trying to repent, you know, for the sins. You feel me? Like, shout out, man. Shout out Blac Chyna, man.
Like, I started feeling a conviction.
It's like one of those things I did what I needed to do at that moment because of the circumstances that I was in. And then it's like you do it and it's just like you got to get out of it. It's degrading.
But she spent years and thousands of dollars creating Blac Chyna. That had to go too. But undoing so much cosmetic surgery isn't as easy as deleting an app.
With surgery, I took out the fillers, my lip fillers, cheek fillers, chin fillers, this filler. Got my breasts reduced.
Yeah.
The best decisions I could have done in a very long time.
Yeah,
also, I got.
Hey, man, if you're a girl watching this, you should learn from this, man. It ain't worth it in the long run because you're going to have to remove it at some point. Because you see how Blac Chyna, she had all the success while doing this. She's a true example of what it means to become a 304. And now it backfired. Now you gotta remove the BBL because it ain't working out no more. Because you feel a sense of emptiness inside you. You feel me? Hey man, Blac Chyna, lead as an example. Show these young girls that it's not worth it. Spread the message out to them, man.
In my butt.
But what about the guys spending the money and influencing these women to get to this point in the first place?
People that are outliers in one area are outliers in other areas. If you're non-typical with your drive, or your desire to prove yourself to the world, or your need for validation, or your capitalism, or your ruthlessness, or your work ethic, you might be non-typical when it comes to your sex as well. When you can afford anything, what is left for you to want? It's something that you can't get. And what is it that you can't get? Well, you have to start pushing illegality.
Knowing that only makes our next story so much worse.
Hi, my name's Annie. I'm 25. I do social media full-time, influencing on TikTok and Instagram. I also do a little bit of OnlyFans.
Annie Knight is one of Australia's top OnlyFans models, and she makes up to $600,000 per month. This is an insane sum of money.
Man, that's a lot of money,
and
right?
less work than the career she originally wanted for herself. She discovered OnlyFans during lockdown.
I started posting TikToks. And then I realized how fun it was, and I was getting views, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I started seeing TikToks of...
And what's sad about this is when these things happen, where are the parents, bro? Like, where are the parents when kids get into things like OnlyFans? Where are they, man? And it's so sad to see this is the reality that we live in, and I hope these women really wake up one day and realize what they're doing is not good. Doing OnlyFans is just in it, bro. It's not worth it, man. Hey, man, thank y'all for watching the video to the end, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Shout out Moon for the video. How? It's a sad reality we live in, man. Peace! Make sure you subscribe and like the video.